good afternoon. This is Jenny with Give a Dog a Home Rescue over in Sebec, and I am just going to give you a little of an update. Today is Wednesday the 5th of July, and tomorrow, Thursday the 6th of July, from 6 p.m. till 9 p.m, we have been lucky enough to be selected by Chris with Jordan's Way to come over to the rescue and do some fun, crazy things to help raise some money for the rescue, to bring awareness to the rescue, and just have the most amount of fun that we possibly can. Humans and dogs, because obviously this is about the dogs. So I just wanted to give you a quick rundown and a bit of an update on who the rescue is and everything. So these are some of the dogs in our communal room. This is more of our international room. We've got Mo at the back. He is a dog saved from South Korea, from the meat trade. He was lucky enough to be saved by South Korean dogs from being skinned alive, boiled and eaten by those horrible people. We've got these two golden boys. They're from the Bahamas. They came from the Bahamas. They arrived in February, so they went from sand to snow. We've got Archer on the back there. He's from Texas. He's been here a year next month. He arrived last August 2022. He's the most adorable boy, very sweet, great with other dogs, obviously. And then the other lunatics, they're all around about a year old, all from Texas, and they came up in April this year. So they've still been here for quite a while. So these are our international youngsters. They can all be trusted together. Then these also have came up in April. We've got the German Shepherds. I'm a German Shepherd person, so you can see we've got lots of German Shepherds. This is Apollo. He was saved from Afghanistan. It was before everybody pulled out and deserted and abandoned everybody, but as you can see, he's got ears. Well, obviously he's got ears, but they've been cut away. When he was found, some kids were on the street cutting his ears off with scissors. It's unbearable what these poor animals go through. And this is Roscoe. Here we have little Carmelo. He was saved by an amazing American who was living in Mexico on the streets. He was paralyzed, he couldn't walk, he was in a really bad way. Tim took him in, did everything for him, got him to the vets, did loads of amazing things, and then he was obviously looking for a rescue to help him find his forever home. So this is Carmelo. So you see, we are the international rescue. Me being English, we have to have us... And then in there we've got Cinderella. Cinderella had a broken leg, it healed on its own, so she's good. Then we've got Big Bad Benny. He is a very vocal boy, just he needs a lot of attention and love. And then we've got little Gomez here. He was a little Chihuahua. If you follow the rescue or see us posting on the local pages, Gomez was abandoned outside the gate at the top of the drive. He must have been there for a few hours. I didn't know. All the dogs were going crazy. I just thought they was being crazy. Finally I went up to see what they was barking at, and there's this poor little boy in a crate, no water. It was when it was really, really hot. I think it was May. So we've got him to the vets, got him tested out, everything done. He does have hypothyroidism, but he's on meds. He's lost some weight. He's on his little meds. He's having a dental on Thursday, so he's going to be super duper. And that in the back is little Mona. She's an old girl. So where is your money that we're going to be begging you for going to go to? Well, first and foremost, we need an air conditioning unit in here. It gets so hot, so stuffy. As you can see, I have a big fan. I do have some fans that go on the wall. We've just got to cut the fence panels down. But it gets really hot and it gets really, really humid. And you can see I'm a German Shepherd lover, so we tend to save a lot of German Shepherds and a lot of big dogs. And they obviously have double coats. I don't have time to bath the dogs and sit and brush them and do all the nice things. So they get really hot. So obviously if we can get air conditioning here, that's going to make it much more comfortable for them. And with adoptions being like a really, really bad low, putting that into context, a couple of years ago, our rescue, Give a Dog a Home, was doing on average 250 adoptions a year. So by this time of year, halfway through the year, we'd probably be at 175. Obviously it goes through phases, holidays and things, people adopt. We've just had our 29th adoption this year. So we are way like 150 less than we would have any normal year. So yeah, so we have this boiler system which was donated a couple of years ago by the Granite Group. Very much appreciated for that. It's saved us a lot of money in the heating. So I have bought the AC unit that goes on it. So we've had that put in, but I've not got the condenser and it's not wired up or anything. So the first thing, the money we raise on this fundraiser, if we get enough, we're going to get an AC unit installed. It's already plumbed in. This is going to need insulating as well. And then the dogs can finally have some nice AC. I'm not going to use it all the time, obviously, but you know, when it's nice days and there's a breeze, they can have the doors open, there's nice fresh air going around, we can have the fans on circulating. But when it gets that hot where it is too sticky or it is humid, then the AC coming on would just make their lives a lot more comfortable, because they're here a lot longer than they used to be in dogs. Then we have started our kennel refurbishment. We started it a couple of months ago. We had some amazing organisations. I'm not going to name any of them because you know I'm going to forget because I didn't bring a list, but local organisations, some of them donated their expertise. We had a, a mason who volunteered his time to come and build all these walls for us. Then we had a concrete company coming and doing concrete so we can build the kennels up so I don't keep getting flooded. We had welding, we had painting, we had just volunteers coming and helping out. We did a lot and we did it in like 2 weeks. It was record time. All these gates were cut down so they can fit on and welded onto there. It was so good. But because we ran out of time and ran out of money, we didn't get to finish everything properly. As you can see, we had to put plasterboard there and the dogs are just chewing it all. The paint we put on the doors wasn't the right kind of paint, so it's all been scratched and come off and everything. So there's still a lot to do. But the second main project after this air conditioning is we need a lot of concrete work doing. So these kennels out here, as you can see, the concrete's all cracked. It's coming away. It's just a mess. No, you go out. What about that? And then, so all this needs doing. We need all this concrete fixing. Because obviously it rises. I don't know what needs to be done, but it does. Then the other big project we got, obviously it's going to depend how much money we do manage to raise, but this roof needs totally pulling off and replacing. It's dangerous. I can't use this in the winter. If you know anything about roofs, you'll see. This wasn't built the best way and I'm suffering the consequences now. But what I'd like to do is take all this off and then just have a new roof put all the way from one end to meet up with that one, so this bit's covered in as well. So that is another project. See, the dogs have come out. For fun things, we want, like agility course built. I've got loads of the swimming pools, so we need holes dug in the ground, some gravel putting down as drainage, and then we can kind of bury the pools in. So in the summer they can have sand, and then when it gets hot they can have water. In the snow it doesn't matter, they can just fill it with snow. Because again, because the dogs are here for so long, they need that enrichment, they need that mental stimulation. And I normally switch them over. I could lock these in and let some of the dogs in the kennels come out and play. So, I bought those barrels last year where I want to cut the ends off and then bury them in a little bit so they've got little tunnels to run through, and cover it with soil so we've got a mound so they can run over it. They love playing in these. One of our volunteers is excellent at getting things like this off Facebook. They just love playing in them. We've got a little slide that they love climbing up and everything. We've got this, which is phenomenal. Somebody donated to us. A tunnel, they go in, they run, they play. Some of them lie in it. This little table, they like being on top of it. We've got loads of pallets. We want to make things out of pallets. I've got some dog ramps. I want to build some pallets up, attach dog ramps to them so they've got they can climb up the ramps, and there's all kinds of things we can do. Obviously all this needs sorting out. So that's the main project. Oops, move. So they all want to come in and be nosy. So yes. So this, you see where they've chewed away their little buggers. So that's what we need. If anybody doesn't want to donate financially but wants to donate their services or donate supplies, there's all things we always need. Something else, in fact, that is another big project we need. Well, we need to knock this thing down. Is all the this roof as well, actually. This roof, when I had it done, because it got knocked down with all this, it leaks, so it wasn't put on properly, so that needs sealing off or whatever happens to it. And then we need, basically all this siding just needs to be done properly, so you know the dogs can't chew it. See, they're chewing the wood here. We need it so they can't chew it. So as you can see, there's lots and lots of things we need doing here at the rescue, and all this is obviously, it benefits the dogs because it makes their life a lot more comfortable. It benefits me because I'm not having meltdowns every time something goes wrong. And you know, it enables to save more dogs, because the less work we've got to do, the more other things we can do. My ultimate goal for the rescue is to have a new building built, and make that more of a modern type shelter. That then is where all the rescue dogs will go, and then this, I'd like to make them into like suites, so they've got bigger space outside, where we can take in dogs from people that are dealing with domestic abuse, and they have to go into shelters. A lot of people won't leave the pets, so they stay in domestic violence situations because they don't want to leave the pets behind, because there's not a lot of shelters that will take in pets. So I would like to kind of convert this building into a building where we can take in people's pets while they go and sort themselves out and figure out what they're going to do with their lives, and just get better mentally and physically. Knowing that the pets are safe, and when they're ready after a couple of months, they can come and get the pets, and you know, we can send them updates. That's kind of my goal for the rescue, but again, we need a new building built for that. So that is that. Some of the programs that we do in the community, we run a Wellness on Wheels low-cost pet services. We've got a shuttle bus out here. Some people might have seen it. And we've got a vet tech, a licensed vet tech, Samantha out of Dexter. She comes over with us, and she does all the, we do blood draws, vaccines, microchips, and it is truly low cost. You know, it's not like a lot of places advertise low cost. And we do free heartworm and tick testing and things like that. We don't have a vet, unfortunately, so we can't do rabies or diagnosing, but you know, we do what we can to help people, nails, trims, ear cleaning, vaccines, heartworm testing and things. We have a pet pantry, which I'm in the middle of figuring that out at the minute. I had to stop because I kind of ran out of money, but this is not even close to the amount of food. This is what I use for our dogs, but we run a pet pantry that's going to be starting back up again. We run a goods program, which is where we get truckloads of food, and we can distribute that out to other pet pantries, other shelters and organisations for an extremely ridiculously low cost. And I'm thinking with the recession going to be hitting soon, then you know there's going to be a lot of people in need. So we do a lot for the community, and we are a small group of people. There's me who runs the rescue pretty much on my own, and then we've got some pretty hardcore volunteers, maybe 8 or 9 of us, who come on an evening if they can, or we'll have volunteer days on a weekend when people are free, and we get stuff done. We don't tend to get to play with the dogs much because we're generally sorting out other things for the community programs, which I want to change. I want to make it a bit more fun. But things I want to do is I want to have like reading for kids or people with mental disabilities, or just people that like reading, you know, come and either sit outside a kennel, or I'd like to make a little sectioned off areas where we can, people can sit, we can have a dog in a crate, or we can maybe make a pen and people can read to the dog, which has been proven with studies that helps people who are struggling to read, because there's no judgment when they're reading to a dog. You know, and the dogs kind of settle down, and it's good for the dog, it's good for the people. I'm in the process of trying to get this room organised, and we've got some panels we want to put all the way across, so this will be the storage area. And this I want to make into a humans and hounds social club. So we're going to have some sofas, some armchairs, some little desks and tables. We have Wi-Fi, we've got a 55 or so inch screen TV. You know, I want to do movies, I want to do family nights, kids, and anything we want to do that people in the community think will be good for, again, not just people, but for dogs. I really want to target people that struggle, people that can't have pets because of whatever. I don't need reasons, but there's certain reasons people can't have pets. They don't want them, they can't afford them, allergic to them, you know, so because I think everybody should benefit the love of a dog. whether that's just coming down here, hanging out with them. We have a program, Let's Go for a Walk, where people can basically sign out a dog for the day or an overnight. And you take the dog out, you take loads of pictures. Dog gets a day out doing something fun and away from the kennels for a bit and get some one-on-one instead of like fighting for all the attention. I get feedback then, which I can obviously put in the dog's bio. So, hey, this dog like loves car rides, walks great on a leash, or needs time on a leash, is a bit wary of new places. All that information is really helpful to help get the dogs adopted, to find them their perfect homes, because again, there's a huge amount of people surrendering dogs now. It's really, really sad that the animal welfare situation is really, really bad. So we've got to do what we can with what we can, and hopefully as people see more of the work that we do, people will want to get involved and help us and be a part of it. I want the rescue to be part of the community, you know, an organisation that people are proud of. We are a 501c3 non-profit charity, so any donations are deductible. If anybody has expenses when they're coming to help, like if you're driving over every week, you keep a log of your mileage, you can write that off. If you have to go to McDonald's on your way because you're going to be here all day or whatever, expenses are tax deductible through obviously your tax forms at the end of the year. So it doesn't all give. There is a bit of giving back. So if anybody's watched it to this far, thank you very much. I hope you've understood me. A lot of times people don't, and I have been talking a little bit fast because I've got so much to say. That's what happens when you live on your own with a bunch of dogs. So this is Mo. He's our South Korean boy. He's so sweet. He's been here since September, I think, last year. September or October last year, he's been here as well. This is Archer, our longest boy. So I really hope that as many people come down tomorrow night, Thursday, 6th of July, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Of course, we want people to donate if you can, but you know, it's not just about the money. It's about coming and having fun. There's a lot of stress in the world right now, and you know, being around dogs, whether you're scared of them or not, all dogs are going to be behind the gates. They're going to be behind the gates. You know, you can just come. If you want to come and put cream pie in somebody's face, come and do it. Just bring them along. I've been shopping again today. So we've got lots more. Look at this, 50% off, bargain. So we've got whipped cream. We've got tortillas for the tortilla challenge. We've just got some biscuits and some snacks for people. Hot dogs for the dogs. We've got all kinds of stuff. Oh, I can't have all this. This is just drinks for people. But we've got bags of ice in here. I filled up some Kongs with peanut butter for the dogs. So come down, 6 till 9. You don't have to stay if you just want to come for half an hour. If you're a business or a person or a family and you want to donate, bring it down. You know, you don't have to do it online. We do have a card reader if people want to pay by credit card. And I want to show you this. We do have a drum roll. Should have got this out before the video, really. But we do have a check. So if you donate a check or any money, or you raise funds, you know, we can put your business name or your name. We can put, obviously, Give a Dog a Home, the date, and what you did. And obviously sign it. So then you've got pictures, you know, you can put it on your website, brag about what you're doing for the community, because the more dogs we get adopted is done by awareness, obviously. The more dogs we get adopted, the more dogs we can save. So I really hope, I'm at nearly 20 minutes. So please, 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 even if you don't come, follow the Facebook page tomorrow, Give a Dog a Home Rescue on Facebook. Chris will be going live at 6 p.m. If you want to come and get involved, try and get down for about 5:30. If you want to come any later, that's absolutely fine. It's just that he'll obviously give us all a little bit of a briefing, and we'll tell him the things that we want to do and we've got planned for. And then we've got a bit of an idea for how to pan the night out. But it's loads of fun. We've got buckets if anybody wants to do the ice bucket challenge. I've got some slime that's going to be delivered. Hopefully it'll get here before it all starts tomorrow. But if not, it's UPS normally gets here around about 5-6 o'clock. So we've got slime, we've got cream, we've got peanut butter. We've got people are going to be getting locked in the kennels. We've got PZ, I'm sounding American, PZ, how we say it in England. from the Maple Inn in Guildford. He's going to lock himself in a kennel until he raises X amount of dollars. And he's actually challenged I think it's the Lakeshore Inn. So we've got a bit of a battle of the bars going on there, which is our restaurants, but bars sounds good, which is really, really cool. But like I say, even if you can't afford to donate, don't feel like you're excluded. I really want everybody to come down. If you've got kids, love to have as many kids there as you can. Kids won't be going in with the dogs. Adults can, under control, because I don't want all the dogs getting too crazy. But, you know, kids can stay back here. They can go in there. We've got some soft drinks. We've got some water. I brought bits of snacks. But let's just come and have fun. Like I say, stay for as long as you want. If people want to come and take pictures, we always miss out on getting pictures of everybody doing everything. So, because the person who's taking the pictures doesn't get pictures taken of them. So if people just want to come down and just take pictures of what's going on, they can email them to us afterwards. That'd be fantastic. Videoing, live streaming as well. Live streaming, Chris live streaming will be cool. And then we can download it the next day or whenever and upload it up to YouTube. So we've got a memory of it all. Because hopefully I want to try and do these maybe once every 6 months or so. We'll see what happens. But again, if you can't afford to come down or you don't feel comfortable, come down. I think you'll be surprised how much fun we're going to have and how many people are actually going to show up and just have fun. We've got the former police chief from Dover Foxcroft. He's going to come down. I'm not sure what's going to happen to him yet. Maybe he's going to get cream pie on his face maybe, or who knows. So if you want to challenge anybody, challenge them, bring them down. You can go in a kennel with the dog until X amount of money's raised. You know, if you get out sooner, maybe you can cream pie somebody. Again, if you've got little kids and they want to come and put a cream pie in somebody's face, then bring them down. Let's make some fun and some happy memories, and let's all get lots of pictures and videos of everything. And again, importantly, let's give these dogs some love, because they pretty much have to deal with me all the time. So, Give a Dog a Home, Downs Road in Sebec, Thursday, from 6 p.m. till 9 p.m. This is probably the only time ever that you can just turn up and walk in without me being a big troll at the gate going, what are you doing here? Appointment only. So just come down the drive, park at the top of the road, park responsibly. And yeah, if you want to bring some treats for the dogs, I'm sure they'd love some. I've got a few things lined up for them, but I'm sure they'd love some surprises, or toys. If you want to bring some toys down, I'm sure they'd love that as well. As you can see, it's like I said, they've been here a long time, and it's Groundhog Day for them. So Jenny signing off for sure this time with Give a Dog a Home Rescue, Downs Road in Sebec. Chris from Jordan's Way is coming to do his live stream fundraiser. He's going to be live streaming from 6 p.m. till 9 p.m. He has all kinds of stuff going on. And we look forward to seeing you here. Again, if you don't want to be involved, you don't want to donate in any way, come down and just hang out, you know, hang out and have some fun. So I'll just introduce you. We've got Your Highness. We've got Roscoe. We've got Squally. Apollo from Afghanistan. Bo. Carmelo, Cinderella, yes, you're a little bouncy girl, aren't you? Benny, yes, and little Gomez and Mona, yes, they all want to see people, and they'd say, who's brave enough to come and hang out? Who's brave enough to come and hang out with one of these beautiful dogs in a kennel for an hour, or half an hour, or however long needed? Don't forget, go to our Facebook page, Give a Dog a Home Rescue on Facebook. Our website is www.giveadogahome-rescue.org. Click on available dogs and you'll see all the dogs that we've got available for adoption, which is all these, with their information, date of birth and all that kind of stuff. So, save some money for us, come on down and have some fun. Thursday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m, Thursday the 6th of July. There's no need to end the 4th of July celebrations yesterday.